Hello everybody, my name is Grant Menard, brand ambassador for Urable. We're sitting here with the founders right now, Kris and Michael Abens. We're sitting in Portland right now on the first leg of the Urstory tour. And we are super excited because I remember how we started in the garage and who would have ever thought that it'd be bringing us to Portland, Oregon. But give us the lowdown on exactly what your story is and why it's so impactful to you guys, to the industry, and even more so to your lives.
Well, Kris really came up with the idea around Urstory.
I just love the human aspect of business, and everybody has their own story and how they started and what their business means to them. So we really just wanted to do something where we could really get to know our customers on a really personal level and share their story with everyone. So that's kind of what started Urstory.
Yeah, and then everyone can benefit from their journey. I think a lot of people within the detailing industry can just identify with the plight of others, because it's not simple to start your own business, and everybody's got their own kind of baggage that they bring into it, and then how they've overcome those challenges. So we want to try and make an impact in the industry, and this is one of the ways that we're trying to do that.
And that's great. And obviously from auto enthusiast to auto detailing, bringing the R8 and hopefully shipping it across country to all the different shops.
I'm glad it made it out in one piece.
Oh.
I was nervous. I was like, shipping a kid.
Yeah. But it did, and the cool part about this is we're starting in Portland, going up to Seattle, heading over to Spokane, and then you guys are going cross country to basically work your way back to Pennsylvania, back to the homestead.
We're going to get real close on that road trip. It'll be fun though. And these are all states that, obviously this car has never been out here this far, but all of the northern states I've never seen. I've never seen Montana, or I guess Idaho when I was really young, but North Dakota. It's going to be really cool. I think the scenery is going to be nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We're going to stop at a few shops along the way too.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously branching into your story, and as we capture each shop, give us a little snippet about your story and how you guys started Urable, and even working with your kids, coming out of retirement, and blowing up to what Urable is today.
Well, I'll start if you don't mind. Yeah. So I think I was an entrepreneur from the day I was born, but life circumstances lead all of us on a certain path, and I found myself going into large corporate jobs in healthcare. But that didn't really stop me from still exercising my entrepreneurial spirit, and that really helped catapult my career within these large businesses, like DuPont and AstraZeneca, and then ultimately at Pentec Health, where I retired from. One of the things that I did, and there's a little symbol on the R8, it's an A 2.0, and that really signifies the kids, but I'll let Kris talk about that part. But the Abens 1.0 was my brother and I. We collaborated back in the late 90s on a disease state management program that I was just trying to solve a problem for one of my customers. Well, it ended up hitting the center of the bullseye and just changed an area of medicine in America. And that was just my brother and I with a good idea, and we saw it through. So now, to be able to do Urable with my kids, this is like the second generation, Abens is. It's my kids instead of my brother and me.
Yeah, because my Uncle Tom, his brother, he was the developer, and my dad was like the entrepreneurial kind of spirit with it, and gathering insight and whatnot. And it's just kind of so funny to see the second generation of that. I'm very much like my dad, very much interacting with customers and getting the insight. And Kyle is the developer, and he is so much like my Uncle Tom. Like, it's insane. So it's kind of interesting to see like the next generation and how those roles kind of played out in a really similar fashion. And when I was working at Pentec in sales, Kyle and I got together to build a custom CRM for my sales team. So that was sort of like the A 2.0 project that kind of brought all of this to light. And eventually we quit our jobs, we went all in, and we started the company, and here we are today.
And family owned since day one, still to today, right? Just you three, which is incredible to think about.
Yeah.
But it's also impactful too for the detailers in this industry that get to know you guys in the wrap shops and the tint shops, because most of them, if not all of them, are basically family owned.
Yeah. Honestly, this whole industry, I love everyone in this industry, and it feels like a big family. Like, we did a road trip a couple months ago up the East Coast, and we hit lots of shops, and every time we went in, I felt like I was seeing like a long lost family member, giving them a hug, and it was so fun.
That's great. Yes, obviously everything that's going through COVID, you guys have supported this industry as well, giving away 2 months free of Urable, which is not an easy thing to do, but as Michael said, it was something that you felt was just right. And that was incredible, to be on our end and to receive that, so thank you for that.
Well, everybody's welcome, but this is one of the things you can do, as you know, as a family business. You can bring family values into your business and do, what your heart tells you is right. You don't always have to run a business just with your mind and looking at the balance sheet. You can do what you feel is right, and that felt right to us.
That's great. So, Urstory, legacy, right? Bringing it down and passing it on to your kids. What's next for you guys? What's your next move, and kind of what's going to be your future for Urable?
Well, right now, we just want to focus on making an impact in the detailing industry, because we really think that Urable is a tool that can help take businesses from here to here. It's not about an incremental improvement in the business, it's a step change. I've just had the luxury and the good fortune to be in large businesses throughout my career. So I've seen lots of different business systems solve business challenges. So I'm bringing 30 years of that experience into this, this game that we're in right now, to really try and help these detailers from the stuff I've learned over 30 years and really execute it through Kyle and Kris.
Yeah, and ultimately give them a quality of life, because what we love about the people in this industry is they're such hard workers. Nobody is afraid of working hard, putting in the hours, and we want to help give them back some of their time and, spend some time with their families and their kids, and, having a system that can help automate a lot of their processes and keep everything organized. They have that time then to spend with their families, which is what matters. That matters to us, and we think that matters to everyone.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for letting us be part of this journey. It's been a blast so far. Obviously, since day one, who would have guessed that we'd be here right now?
I know. I never would have dreamed it. I mean, when I retired, this wasn't even an idea. The whole idea around Urable really came from the kids.
Yeah.
I was happy to just be retired, and I needed a break after, a 10-year, kind of sprint at Pentec Health. I was pretty wore out. So all credit goes to the kids. I'm just trying to bring, 30 years of business experience into this and give back to the entrepreneurial community. I've been fortunate in my life. It's time to give back.
Well, thank you, Michael. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're excited, as we said, to come out to your shop, to hear your story. The Abens crew is going to be part of that as well, right? They're going to be hopefully bringing out the R8. If not, they're going to be there with themselves, getting to know you guys, meeting you in person, and again, hearing your story and allowing you to share it with the whole community. If you have any questions, always reach out. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys.